Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Palycast, episode 0.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Yeah.
So tell them what the. Amazing. Why don't we tell them what the Palycast is all about? Nathaniel.
Oh yeah. Basically, we're 4 guys, and we have no idea what we're talking about.
You say 4 guys like there aren't going to be like an invariably amount
It's
of different amounts of people.
Well, our main core group of 4 guys.
well, it's more like being stuck
4
in
guys and
Discord.
maybe my fiance.
All right, let's
being-
introduce. Let's introduce everyone else. Zach, why don't you introduce Eric?
All right. So, Eric, speak.
Hi, my name is Eric. I'm
That's
16,
enough speaking out of
and
your
I
mouth.
work at
shut
the
up and let
second.
me
Shut up.
explain you. All right. So, Eric is a underpaid, underprivileged, really young, really short Asian fucktard. He works at Second Cup. He's basically a slave. Grunt. You know, like Halo the grunts. You just punch them when they die. Yeah, he's like that.
You need-
He can't really speak English, which is really funny when you try to talk to him. He always stutters. He's an Asian, so he's supposed to be good at math, but he's really not. He just doesn't take school seriously. He gets mad all the time by his parents.
Are you done?
my!
Dude, are you done?
He's fun to hang out with every now and then, but
He's also
just-
ugly.
he
He
just
has no
unleashed
personality.
He's the
He's
worst.
boring.
Okay. I have a note. Great introduction, but you need to stop introducing Eric as really short because like that's Nathaniel who's really short. Okay? Anyways, yeah, Eric, why don't you introduce Nathaniel on that note? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. Nathan likes saying soy lot.
he does.
He just says it. He also just really busy all the time.
Amazing. Mhm.
Never bored. He's like
Right.
always has something to do.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, is that good?
Yep. Is
Yeah,
that
that's
good?
good. That's
All right, that
good.
was awful. Nathaniel,
I know.
introduce me.
All right. So I'm gonna introduce our main host, Varun Debril.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
Yep. Okay. So.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that. All right. Anyways, here's a list of words that could describe Varun. Arrogant, aloof, bossy,
communist.
cavalier,
Did you
cocky,
Ignorant.
haughty,
did you Google
imperious, pompous, presumptuous, pretentious, smug, vain, assuming, audacious, autocratic, biggity, bragging, cheeky, cold shoulder,
bragging is not an adjective.
contemptuous, cool, disdainful, domineering,
Are we reading thesauruses?
egotistic, high and mighty, high-handed, insolent, know-it-all,
High-handed.
lordly, on an
I know
ego
this is
trip,
a thesaurus read.
This is really fun.
overbearing, peremptory, proud, puffed up, scornful, self-important, smarty,
Yeah.
snippy. I can go all
I
day.
prefer-
You done?
Snippy,
finished?
That's been. We're all gonna grow beards by the time he's
snotty,
done. So, Varun, go describe me.
Stuck
And
up.
Nathaniel, shut
I
the
might
fuck up.
have to serve me.
supercilious,
I'm giving you
superior,
3 seconds.
swaggering,
2.
uppity, wise guy.
Like,
All right, server muted.
he's walking it does.
No, I finished. That's the end of the
Oh, you
list.
finished? You finished? All right, that's good.
Done?
Jalen is just going wild about how we're recording the podcast right now.
Why?
Okay, so we got our man Zachary Weiss, tall and white, unlike the rest of our podcast. Chat on the outside, virgin on the inside, and I had another thing to say about him. Oh yeah, right. He hasn't quite figured out dog whistling, so he may just say that he hates black people every now and then. And that is the cast of this cast.
None of us think before we speak.
Yeah, that's
I'm not a
100%.
virgin.
Yeah, I do though.
You don't. In fact, I think you do that the least. Anyways, we're gonna skip segment 2 because segment 2 was about news discussion, and pretty much all the discussion we got out of that was how Belle Delphine is selling her bathwater, and people bought it for like thousands of dollars. She sold it for 30, but then it went back up on eBay for thousands of dollars. So
Capitalism.
the human race is kind of a mistake, but we really got no more mileage out of the news discussion, and we wasted like 10 minutes, which is why we're recording this new episode. Now, segment 3. Eric, would you like to read out segment 3 for us to discuss?
You know I can't read. Don't make fun of me of this.
You can't.
You literally called me short.
You know.
I did. Oh yeah, about that. Anyways, Eric Ho, Nathaniel Trans, a shitface, copy pasta, know the future technology.
I like how like we make Eric sound like a dumbass for reading that, but that's actually verbatim. that's literally what it says verbatim. This segment. Okay, so let's give some context. Nathaniel, you have the context for the copy pasta, right?
No, I actually really have no idea what's it about.
Then why'd you suggest it?
Why did you say
I
it?
didn't suggest it.
No, I suggested it, but I'm looking through our DM history right now just to find where it was.
Okay, so Eric Hull. Eric, are you whole right now?
Yes, I am complete and happy.
All right, Nathan. Nathan Trent, a shit face. Nathan, is your face made of shit?
Probably not.
Are you a shit face in personality?
Probably not.
I see you
and
hesitated.
The future technology of the world. Do you think we're going to Mars?
No,
Nah.
no.
Do you think the U.S. Space Force is going to destroy countries?
we're
with
gonna
kinetic
die
energy
beforehand.
weapons?
Whoa.
Anyways,
because you literally
Zach,
drop a titanium
how
bomb
do you
from
feel
orbit
about the
and it,
death
like, nukes the
penalty,
country.
Zach?
What do I feel about what?
The death penalty.
Well, that's perfectly fine. You kill someone, you die. Boom.
You saying it's just?
Yes.
It's just. But
That
what
is what he's
count?
saying.
But like, what should be
Okay,
counted in the okay
I think
version?
I found the area where Eric might have sent the shit-face copy pasta.
What
Oh, you're gonna
shit-face
have to
copy
post it in
pasta?
lobby so someone can read it out.
What do you mean
I actually
shit-face
okay,
copy
never mind. I
pasta?
didn't find it. Nathaniel, why aren't you searching your DM history with Eric? Why am I searching through your DM history for your screenshot?
All right. So
I don't know
we
what I'm
have
looking for.
creepy pasta here, but apparently everyone's like server muting themselves and I don't know, committing seppuku or whatever. So we're just gonna move on to segment 4 because everyone else here seems to be incompetent as all
Yeah,
fuck.
we'll just come back to segment 3 when
Sorry for that.
Rune finds out
Alright.
what he's looking for.
So segment
Brief
4.
interruption.
Talk
Anyways,
to
why am I
Transformer.
Shut up.
Rune, what the fuck did you mean by that?
Shut the. I will handle it. Okay, so why am I searching through my DM history with Nathaniel to find a screenshot of Nathaniel's DM history with Eric when you two could just search for it yourselves?
But I don't
The
even know
thing
what
is,
you're
I don't know
talking
what I'm
about.
looking for. Yeah.
The time when Eric wrote this entire massive branching sci-fi storyline on why Nathaniel.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You know what? Let me do some hunting. I found it.
Wow,
Yes.
you could just.
See how
Give
that
me a
was.
moment and I'll copy paste it all in studio.
You can just screenshot it.
I want you to be able to highlight it for ease of access.
What the fuck?
Okay. There's another one though. Okay.
There's a third part.
There's a third one about your daughter.
You tell me.
I don't know
here
what
it
this
is.
is about. Why'd you write this?
All right. So, who wants to go for this first one?
I'm currently incapable of reading them.
Eric,
Alright.
you wrote this first one. Why don't you do it?
I didn't write
we need,
them.
Okay, we need someone who's competent in English to speak.
Zach,
You're really gonna do me like this?
yes, Rune, go read them.
All right.
Okay, so this one. So here's the context. I think Nathaniel had angered Eric at some point, and he was like, "Wow, Nathaniel, you're a shit face." And then Nathaniel was like, "Why?" And then Eric, Eric wrote this diatribe.
Oh, actually, there was a little bit more before. Let me just put that there.
My god. Anyways, yeah.
It started with me saying wanna Paly overcooked.
Okay, so okay, let's role play this conversation. Zach,
Okay.
you be
Oh, there it is.
Nathaniel. Zach, you be Nathaniel, and Eric. Okay, no. Okay, I got it. Eric, you be Nathaniel, and Nathaniel.
Why
You be Eric.
Why am I Eric? I'm incapable of reading this whole thing right now.
Why? Why are you incapable of reading it? What? Read it.
You're just gonna have to roll with it.
No, I don't have to roll with it. Actually,
You're just gonna have to roll into it.
I will be Eric, and Eric, you will be Nathan. All right?
Why? Okay, sure.
All right.
Wanna
There you go.
Paly overcook?
Nope.
Why?
Can't.
Why?
Parents won't let me play during weekdays
Why?
because bad marks.
Why?
Because I'm lazy, unmotivated, and dumb.
Why?
Because I was raised in a condition that ended me this way.
Why?
Because of you.
Why?
Because you are poo-poo face.
Why?
Because you grabbed shit and smired.
Why?
Nathaniel, you didn't put this copy. Nathan, you need to put this copy.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, put that one in there. Okay, but so there's a response to that last why, and
The response to the
waiting-
last Y is the first copy pasta.
no, it isn't.
That is.
Are you? Can
I
you
don't
read?
think he can read.
I don't think it is.
Wait, like that? Am I not on the same page?
You didn't post that. You have
You
not
didn't
posted
post
that.
that.
Post
I posted it above. The whole entire
You
copy
didn't.
pasta is above, isn't it?
No, check
You
it.
did not.
It's wrong.
These are 3 different ones.
Oh,
Okay,
oops. All right. Anyways,
All right, so here, me role playing as Eric. Because you were laying in bed bored, you thought to yourself, what would you look if shit was on your face? You're restless as you can't sleep with that thought on your mind. You know you can't just put shit on your face, but still you wonder. After hours of thinking, you decide to do it. You think maybe I should use my cat's shit, seeing as how I could come up with an excuse how there is shit on your face. You go downstairs looking for that beautiful cat shit, but sadly you can't find any. Suddenly you feel your stomach aches and you say fuck it. You rush to your kitchen, finding a containment you can find to store some shit. You find a bowl about the size of your ass. You squat down and water just flows out of your ass. Sounds just like a waterfall you heard in that one funny meme. You finish it and get so eager to put it on your face you don't even wipe your ass. Look down at the bowl, nice and brown with some corn from yesterday's dinner floating in it. You can see your smile reflecting off the diarrhea. You know, tell you this is wrong, but feel this is so right. So you grab some shit and put it on your face.
oh my god.
Okay, Eric, please give us the response to that one.
Why?
Because ever since you were 9, you always liked poop jokes. You would go up to your friends and like, "Hey, poop, haha." Just you're very lonely as a person. You would go around thinking that it must be your looks that we're driving people away from me. You were lonely all until grade 9. You would find yourself at a new school with new people. You had an option in drama class. You made friends that grade. Yet you still didn't feel accepted. It would be grade 10, your friends. It would be grade 10, your friends and playing Quiplash. What if your friend puts down funny poo poo and you vote for it, making you remember your love of poop? This friend would continue to make funny poo poo jokes. You even made a podcast named Funny Poo Poo Podcast. This would, in the end, give you an idea one night to put poop on your face. Eric's muted, so he can't give us the response to this one.
Here, I'll say it.
Oh, it's
in
why.
person.
No,
okay.
Eric.
Okay,
No,
no, he's
Eric.
back.
Eric, what was it?
It's a why.
Because little do you know, someone has been following you throughout your life. Your love has been masterminded by someone in your shadows. When you were born, you gave your mom spoiled milk to make sure when you came out, you covered in shit.
Eric, do you know how?
Shut up. When your teachers and classmates wanted to tell you that it's fucking gross how you love shit. This person intervened, paying them to stay quiet and just ignore you. When you found your hobbies of video games, he went to Riot Games and paid them to make League suck. Oh, that's just so you would have more free time to think about poop. So that one day you would grab shit and put it on your face.
All right, response.
Eric?
Eric?
Eric? Alright, I don't think Eric's here
I think
too.
he died out of shame for writing this. I'll
Oh, Eric, what was that? Eric?
What was the response?
Eric?
Okay, well, you cut off there, but I assume you just said why.
Why?
Because in the year 2400, Earth has been taken over by Canada, making Earth a one world government of Canada. Why are you breathing? In this future, when people are born, they are given a special injection, making them normal, removed any thoughts about sex before marriage. Masturbation is banned and not known by the public, and fetishes are no more, except for one person. Name Amanda Tran.
Who is that?
She managed to avoid the injection thanks to her parents. She would live pretty normal until one day while working at energy factory, one of the pipes broke, spraying poop in people's faces. Amanda would see and something inside of her would change. She would later find out she had a fetish. As masturbating was no more, there was no porn at all. She would look for many ways to satisfy her. She'd pay people in secret to put poop on their faces, but they looked miserable and unhappy, leaving her unsatisfied. She'd pay famous artists to drop people with poop on their faces and for them to look happy. Unfortunately for you, the art was not enough. She would one day be at the library looking at the history books. Then she came up with her master plan. She was part of a rich family, so they had a time machine. She thought of an idea to go to the past and manipulate someone into putting poop into their face while being happy. With this idea in her mind, she wrote up a plan, studied everything in the past, picked a target from the past, and went in the time machine, causing you to put poop on your face. I think that's the end of. I think that's the end of I think this is the end of Black Mirror, but like, there's no more stories after it.
Yeah, and we missed the part where I just refused to respond to Eric after he sent that one. Although, in retrospect, I should have said why again.
Yeah, he probably would have come up with something really funny again. Oh man,
That's a bad story.
All right, and off of that banger, let's move on to segment 4. Talk to Transformer.
Segment 4. Talk to Transformer. So there's Eric, please, Eric.
Eric, why are you using the microphone?
We're going to mute that. We're going to cut that out in the. Zach, can you just mute Eric whenever he gets?
Yeah, I'll edit that out.
Yeah, right. All right. So studio. We got segment 4. Talk to Transformer. Talk to Transformer is an artificial intelligence website using, as you guessed, artificial intelligence to continue text from a segment of text. So you can put in half of a paragraph and it will complete the other half. Or maybe it'll just cut it off right at the end because it's unpredictable. So we can feed it any prompt and it will pretty much spit out whatever we want. A fun thing to do is to include real people's names and see what it does with them. So, Nathaniel, what's a good prompt involving our guy Zachary Weiss?
How do you want me to make the prompt? Like super specific or like, because I don't know what works best.
We don't know what works best either. It's a neural network. It'll do anything.
If Zach was Asian, he would.
That is so stupid. That is such a stupid prompt.
I just want to know what it is. I just want to know.
Okay, sure. If Zachary Weiss was Asian with E capitalized, is that it? If Zachary Weiss was Asian,
yep, he would.
No, I didn't put he would.
Oh, that's fine then.
Okay, this. Oh, it's a novel. It's a novel.
Read a segment of it then.
If Zachary Weiss was Asian, I wouldn't like him very much either. The girl also commented that if she were, or could be, Chinese, I wouldn't want to go to a restaurant with her. So Zachary is a woman, I'm guessing. There you
Oof.
there you go. You can go, said Dawn. She grabbed the food bag, which had food under the seal of secrecy, and handed it to the waitress again. We'll take it. We know you don't care about them, but we're sorry about that. But we're so sorry about that. Let's go. They left, but the fact they were in the area didn't seem to matter to some extent. This is incoherent. This is
Yeah,
I can't.
wacky.
Makes
I
absolutely.
can I cannot even follow it.
Eric, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we're gonna rate this one a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Zach, why don't you come up with a good prompt for our man Nathaniel?
Um,
I have a feeling. I feel like I know what he's gonna say.
if Nathaniel was still with Mira,
How did I know?
It's fortunate for you that I don't know Mira's last name, but for new time viewers of the Palycast, Mira is Nathaniel's ex that Zach just really likes to keep talking about for what I'm sure
Likes
is a
you
great
more than
reason.
me.
Yeah, that is true. If Nathaniel,
Wait, what's your fiance's name?
does he know? Does he know his fiance's name?
what? What's mine? Emma.
Emma.
Emma
All right.
Albert.
Anyways, so if Nathaniel was still with Mira, is that the prompt?
Yeah.
All right. If Nathaniel was still with Mira,
Simply riveting.
oh, this is oh, what? Oh, okay. If Nathaniel was still with Mira, the next day Mira had told Nathaniel he hoped that Nathaniel was not going to let Nathaniel go.
What?
A month later, Nathaniel said when Nathaniel came home and Nathaniel was ready to go,
What?
the next thing he said was this: "You know why you did what you did? Because you wanted to get things from me," said Nathaniel. Mira was still with his son. I remember thinking, if
Oh.
Nathaniel were still with his son, he probably could have gotten what he wanted from Nathaniel the year before by doing the same thing that Nathaniel did. So what is Nathaniel to do? All right, I think I'm gonna, glaze over the rest of that. But
What is a man to do?
that is a wacky thing. Eric, why don't you give me a good prompt for yours truly?
I don't have good prompts though.
We know, but you don't really need a great prompt. Our guy Nathaniel here gave us an awful prompt, and we still ran with it.
Yup.
Yep.
Mhm.
The day Varun changed his mind.
All right, sure. The day Varun changed his mind. The day Varun changed his mind, and I'm gonna leave no punctuation so I can. What? What is this? What the? The day Varun changed his mind. He was alone, but his father, who was about to return from Lahore when he heard the news, followed him and stayed at home for a while until he returned. When his father heard of Varun's action, he immediately sent his brother to fetch his wife. They took their share of the family and were very proud of their son. But his father thought that Varun was not his son, and when they came to visit, he felt that he had gone insane and was troubled. This sucks.
Yeah.
This is just like a novel about I'm gonna go kill myself in a village named Dupalad.
How do you spell that?
Dhupalad.
Dupalad.
Amazing. Anyways, yeah, to round out this talk to Transformer segment, because we just got an awful things like from what we. I think we're gonna go with something that I've done before, and we're just gonna say Eric Chung's debut solo album. Yeah, it's gonna be Eric Chung's debut solo album, and then a quote mark so that it can be like the name of it. All right, here's.
Yo, what's it?
All right, Eric Chung's debut solo album, "The Sun Is Rising," one of several that he's promoting with his own label, The Great Wall, is available now. Chu is currently touring with his own bands, including the indie pop-led indie pop outfit Vandal, whose album's out now in support of the album. He also launched a tour in support of the album. in July of last year. That will include stops in Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Houston, and Austin. The tour will kick off in August and continue through September. Check out his tour dates below. Chu is the first Asian American performer to tour with the Great Wall. The band also recently announced plans to have a debut single, Tango, be released on their album next month. The group released a photo of its upcoming album cover with some fan art, but they haven't released a release date or album date. Chu joins the White Stripes, who released When I Fall Through as the band's 11th studio album, Thinking Without Wings, on September 26. Check out some previously released photos and videos here. Chung recently performed at the White Stripes benefit show in Houston to raise money for children with autism.
Wow, that's so kind of you, Eric.
How cool! It stopped. It went from calling you Eric Chung to just Chew, like chewing food, like chew.
Does anyone see lobby?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
look at
seeing
lobby.
lobby. I don't know why it looks like this. I don't know why you did this, Eric.
Eric,
Did what?
may
what
I
is it?
ask?
What is this about the fucking USSR? All right, okay, so I think prompts involving names just suck. I think what
Yeah.
we need to do is something that like really will give the AI an opportunity to tell a great story.
I just want to intervene just to ask Eric to kindly stop.
Eric, whatever you're doing right now, stop.
Okay, I'll stop. Probably.
But are you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The recently discovered K2606 black hole.
Oh.
Fuck this one. We're gonna try that again.
I want to be funny though.
It's okay. It's just talking about black holes. It's just giving us scientific information. About
What did you expect it to do?
Man, I thought it would be like it's threatening our Earth and people are dying over it. Oh man, I remember I actually did have a really good thing, which was like it was like because I was actually trying to come up with something because okay, so I was writing this thing for creative writing website. I'm sure you can guess what it is, but I was stuck on like how to continue this like fake Wikipedia article that I was writing, so I just put into there the 2030 collective disasters were a series of disasters affecting Zupania and Oniroy West, which ended up being pretty crazy. So let me try that again. Were a series of disasters, except instead of like specific names, we can just go with general like fake town city names. What are some good fake names for locations?
Edmonton.
Well, also, what's a good name for the disasters?
Earthquake.
No, like you idiot. Like a fucking earthquake had a I'm gonna go with Curly since it just spit that out. Kurley. Affecting Edmonton and the University of Michigan in the sky.
I'm so lost. Just to let you know.
Yeah. We're all
The
lost
University
here.
of Michigan in the sky.
What?
So I think it's safe to say we've moved on to segment 5.
I mean,
Just
if you
for
guys
your
want
discussion.
to, because I just thought
See,
this
yes.
was really great.
I mean,
Wait,
what?
I feel like the University of Carolina in the sky.
I don't even know why you're talking about universities in the
City of
sky.
Care. Yeah.
It's a
Where did this
Scott
come
Pilgrim
from?
thing.
Why?
Dude, you should read the Scott Pilgrim books. They're actually really good.
Are we going to turn into an Audible, sponsored by Audible ebook?
The University of Missouri's Denny E. Murphy disaster destroyed an iconic downtown office building. Anyways, yeah, let's move on because this segment sucks. Eric,
Yeah.
give us a good.
Give us the deeds. I don't know why you keep asking me for
Remember the part
ideas.
where Eric just about said the N-word? Just because he didn't know what the Pokemon Smeargle was? you wanna let him know about it, Varun?
Smeargle?
Yep.
I don't get it.
What about the time that we all went to the mall and then Eric's trying to guess the name of the Pokemon?
I've never been in the mall with Zach.
Same here.
We are at Kingsway
Same
Mall.
here.
Oh,
Oh.
this way. Oh, yeah.
We didn't do any mauling in there.
Well, when we were sitting on the bench and Eric just did not know what water Pokemon in Gen 4 to 5 that was obtained through fishing that didn't have an evolution. The list goes on and on. He just couldn't name it.
Yeah, what did we describe it as? A Gen 4-5 water type mammalian bear looking Pokemon that didn't evolve.
Yep. It
And,
had very fast speed.
No, it was slow.
Oh,
It was
very
slow.
sorry.
And it was not 4 letters, and it started with X and it ended with D. And we gave Eric
Yeah.
all of this, and he still thought it was a real Pokemon the entire time. And then the way he found out that it wasn't a real Pokemon, we got in the car and we were going home, and Eric was just like, and so Eric was like, "You're gonna need to give me a hint." And I'm like, "Okay." What if I? Eric, Nathaniel was like, "I think we should show him a picture," and I was like, "That's great." And I was like, "Wait, let me find a good picture," and then I pulled up. Eric, what are you posting right now?
What?
Eric, you nasty.
I thought we were talking about Pokemon.
Okay, so, what I ended up doing, I was showing him this infamous picture of Miles Edgeworth handing the viewer a degree in Clown University, and it just amazed me that Eric still thought that was a real Pokemon after all of those details.
And it was funny because I was like, Eric, if you can't guess this Pokemon, you're gonna have to bus home. And we're like across the city, so
The LRT literally goes across the city.
Yeah,
So-
it does.
yeah. But Eric was like,
You know, planes also go across the world, Zach.
Wait, they do?
Yeah, but Vern, are you gonna take a car all that way? You're gonna take the train all that way? You're gonna fly all that way? You're gonna take the train. Train's just the best option.
Okay, anyways, that's a stupid discussion. What were we actually talking about? Oh yeah. My favorite part about that was when we kept insisting like it was in Eric's top 10 Pokemon.
Eric, how could you forget it? It's like your own child.
like Eric, it's like your favorite Pokemon.
Was
Did
it
you even give
Zekrom?
context as to why we ended up doing it? Because it was the name of Pokemon game with the alphabet. You know?
What was
No,
that?
the funniest part is when I brought out my phone and I searched up all the Pokemon
Okay,
events.
wait, but before we even get to that, did we even give context as to like how we got there in the first place, like the
we were
alphabet game?
naming Pokemon, right? We were playing this fun alphabet game where it was me and it was like A, and I was like, I don't actually remember what I named for A, but it would be like we'd go through the alphabet and it would be lined on me, and it would be like
A
S.
Pokemon that starts with A, a Pokemon that starts with B, and then
Yeah,
you know, there's only so many Pokemon that start with the letter X. There's 3
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know.
There's,
One of them,
there's 2, and there's 1 Ultra Beast, and we weren't counting Ultra Beasts, so we
Right.
were telling Eric, "Hey, there's 1 more," and then we gave him an infinite amount of details, and he just kept thinking that it was a real Pokemon.
took up a good half hour, and I'm pretty sure the man was about to, lose it. Especially because his phone died and he couldn't Google it.
Oh, his phone died, so we couldn't verify a thing we were saying. And My favorite thing is how like that entire thing. Well, that's not my favorite thing. I already said my favorite thing. But one of my favorite things was how that guessing that one Pokemon took almost the length of the entire game up until that point.
It's sad but true.
It was just such an absolute incredible brain.
What segment are we? Oh, we're in
Is-
segment
is-
5.
Wait, I have a
Segment
question.
5 already?
Eric, what's your question?
If this is episode 0, why does it say episode 1 outline?
Because I was like, thinking we were gonna do episode 1, but it was really episode 0. 'Cause we're not smart enough to do episode 1 yet.
That's true. This is the trial run.
Yeah.
Is it a good
I
trial?
mean, it's already not going well. It's going better than our first attempt at episode 0, but it's even still, it's not going great.
That's not saying much.
What? What do you mean that's not saying the
What
truth?
fuck did you post a meme?
Well, yeah, Eric just posts the worst things ever.
Eric, I feel like lately the content of your messages has just gone drastically down. Like I'm pretty sure there was a
Content.
point where you typed
Content.
like phrases.
The content is there. It's just bad content.
What do you mean by
Yeah.
phrases?
Well, you know, let me just go into Justin's server and just find the wealth of the great things you've said.
Is that really Justin's server, by the way?
Yeah,
It's a browse, but Justin basically.
it
you know.
it says owner, Justin though.
Yeah, because I've seen the channels. It just does not look like a very Justin place.
I actually
It's not
can't
that
find any
just.
of the things Eric said.
Exactly. See, evidence.
Eric, I don't think that qualifies as. Never mind. Never mind. You know what, Eric? Your message content is always good and always high quality.
Friend,
Yeah.
how do you think we should deal with the worsening gene pool of our population?
I'm sorry. What are you just trying to push eugenic propaganda?
What? Just as I say, the content of your messages is good. You drop
I'm
this on
I'm
us.
asking you a question.
What should we do about the increasing immigrant population in Canada? I think that our good white population is going down. And we need something to do about it. I'm glad Zach has stayed silent throughout this whole discussion.
Me too.
It
I feel
takes a lot
like
of
we've
effort.
lost a man.
No, he's here.
So Eric, how's your summer school going?
It's quite cold.
What?
It's literally
What?
summer.
It's lonely.
Where are you doing it?
Why is that? Do you know no one in your class
Where are
I
you
know
doing
one
it?
person,
who
but
is?
like, you know,
Edward?
seen him once.
Can we talk about Mr.
So you are going to Lillian.
I am going to Lillian.
Why haven't I seen you, Eric? I've seen plenty of others. I've seen Youngdo and Chanel and Lucas.
I've
Hiding.
seen Lucas. Apparently, Lucas got 100 on finals. Was not happy about that.
Yeah, but Eric, who's the one person you know in your class?
Yeah, anyways, let's move on. This
What?
is never mind.
So can we talk about Mr. Transformer Evangelion?
Oh yeah, I met this real character. This character in my class who basically let me tell you all the story of how I met this guy. So I walked into my class and I sat down next to this guy. Now let me tell you some more stories about this fantastic fellow. So I opened up the SCP website because I partake in that culture website to read some SCP, and this fellow, he said, "Oh dude, SCP, nice. What's that? What's that lizard one? And for context, that would be like if I opened up a Pokemon game or something, and someone sat next to me, and he's like, "Oh, dude, Pokemon, what's that yellow electric mouse one?" That's basically the equivalent of what what
So
transpired.
as in like it's easy to name.
It's just the one that everyone knows and is also like you can't tell me like you're a Pokemon fan if you just go up to me and be like,
No,
"Oh yeah,
but-
dude, I love Pikachu. Is my favorite one."
but
Right,
what is
right.
that lizard one?
The lizard one is SCP-682. That's not it's not important. But
Oh.
so
So I got grouped with someone, and
Oh,
then
Wait,
let's
wait,
talk for
wait,
half
wait.
an
We're
hour.
not
Let's do
done with Mr. Transformer
let's talk about your
Evangelion.
stupid story later. I'm not done. So basically, he says, so I'm guessing you're into creative writing. So he's already just trying to like intuit things about my life, which is good. Good, you know, enthusiasm is always nice. And I don't remember how this happened, but at some point, he eventually somehow transitioned into talking into Transformers because that's a. Because as I would later turn out, that is as I would later learn, that is a thing he does, is talk about Transformers and Evangelion, and 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 that's like all he talks about. And and one more thing, politics, because when he because like approximately 10 minutes after I met him, he's like, do you have Insta? And I was like, no, I don't. Which funny story about that later. And he said, and then he's like, do you have Amino? And okay, so let me tell you all about Amino. Amino is this amazing app where 12-year-olds of all various different
Oh
kinds of
my.
communities all congregate together on this like horrible fusion of like Reddit and Tumblr, like if they were one site. Like it's like
Rumbly.
it's like let me explain how Amino works for anyone who might not know what it is. It's basically like if Reddit had like individual subreddits, and every single individual subreddit, you could be a user on each different one and have a different nickname on every single different quote unquote subreddit, and you had your own blog for each other subreddit, and you could make public posts on your blog that would show up on an entire feed for the entire like subreddit, and that's how the entire Amino system works. So it's like this mass blog thing where there are entire communities of like sub mass blogs. I'm using way too many words for this, but basically it's completely it's like crowdfunded Tumblr run by 12-year-olds. And so yeah, so it's not a great place for much of anything. But I used it, and then I was like, wow, this is the worst thing ever, and I deleted it. So that's why I don't have Amino. And so that's why I didn't have any way to contact this guy, except I was like, yeah, pretty much the only way I contact people is through Discord. And he's like, oh, that's fine, I have Discord. What's your stance on politics? Like that's not me like artificially escalating the situation. That's actually how it happened. Like he asked me, "Do you have Insta?" No. Do you have Amino? No. Do you have anything? And I was like, I have Discord. And he's like, all right, great. What's your views on politics? And
He just dropped it right on you.
and so here's the thing, right? This guy. He was. I'll suffice it to say, he wasn't white. He was not white. And the first thing that I heard out of his the first things that I heard out of his mouth was like Transformers. So I was just assuming that this guy wasn't conservative. Like that's just my assumption. Because if I did assume this guy was conservative, I would have just been like, I'm apolitical. I don't really get involved much in politics. But he didn't seem like that kind of guy.
Funny joke.
Yeah, so he didn't seem like that kind of guy. So I just said I'm pretty left wing, and he was like, "Oh, that's great," because my Discord username. I'm not gonna say it here, but it was.
Right.
He said that it was something leftist, and I added him. It was not something leftist. It was something Marxist. So So I don't know what he was like planning on achieving.
Weird.
But yeah, and then like over the course of the next few days, he was just like, he would just like he would do great things such as talk when other people were talking, and usually about Transformers. Uh, and then he would usually find out that I do not reciprocate that discussion because I have never seen an episode of Transformers
He's a
in my
very
life.
big fan of Transformers.
Nor have I watched. I think he's more of a fan of Evangelion than Transformers. But you will find that I have watched 20 minutes of Evangelion total, and that's all because he kept telling me to. And I have watched 0 of anything of Transformers.
Which season of Evangelion or which movie?
Why would I start at any
Wait.
season other than season 1?
Oh, believe
Wait,
me,
do-
I've seen people have started at like the second movie.
All right,
Wait,
well,
Fern,
that's
you have not
besides the
watched any Transformer movies?
no.
Michael
What
Bay.
Why the fuck would I have done that?
Okay, but the part I'm most interested in is how did he force you to set up an Instagram account?
Well, he told me, "Hey, I have this Instagram DM which I have with other people who are I don't know, leftist. I don't fucking know what he was like. Well, I don't know what the selling point was. He just said like, "Dude, I have this Instagram group DM. I could add you," and I don't know if it was supposed to be for his friends because he had met me approximately 30 minutes ago, and he said, "Dude, I could add you to this fucking Instagram DM," and I was like, sweet." And then like 2 days later. And then like 1 day later, he was just talking about how great his group DM is. And I'm like, I can just like reinstall Instagram if it's so important. And he was like, dude, that would be great. And so I did.
Was
and
it great?
I now have an Instagram. Nothing happens there. I don't know why he was so eager to invite me. Literally, no one speaks. I took like he posted the results of one political test, and I took it and I posted it, and he's like, "Yep, you're a leftist." And I was like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
man.
I knew."
Oh, you should invite me to that. Let's see if I just like shock them.
So
I
is-
shouldn't. I should not.
His
I don't
entire
wanna be responsible.
Instagram's Transformer and politics.
Well, if
Yeah,
you're
and
interested in
Evangelion,
knowing,
that's actually exactly what he has a post saying. The Decepticons are leftists. Change my mind, and that's
okay. His interests tend to blend together very well because I've seen him ship Transformers and Evangelion characters together, and I've also seen a political compass where he's placed a bunch of different Transformer leaders.
yeah. I mean,
One of these is a fascist, but I can't tell what they are.
yeah. He also just loves talking about how fucking about alt history and multiverses.
Sounds like a cool guy, man.
Well, you know what?
Definitely.
He's cooler than Eric.
That's not saying much.
Is he?
Well, okay, define cool because he at least like is sentient and talks about things.
Ah,
True. Can you have a conversation with him?
If you're talking about the right things, you can absolutely have a conversation.
Just like suppose you just said, how's your day? Would he just start going on about Transformers?
almost definitely.
Ah, damn it.
But like you could probably veer the conversation to something because he was like only very tangentially interested in SCP, but basically I think at some point like his brain just clicked and he's like he will probably be able to talk about SCP a whole bunch. And so then he just started asking if like various things from Evangelion would be classified as SCPs, and I would be like, yes, because they're anomalous, or no, because it's not anomalous. And I mean, yeah, that's conversation.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of counts, but
It constitutes. And then he'd also be like, "Are there any characters who are like this character in SCP?" And I just have to like, and internally I'm just like, I don't know, because any character that exists in one SCP doesn't exist in any other ones. So like, there are like a whole of 20 characters that are in more than one SCP. Anyways, that's not an interesting topic. So let's move on to something more.
well,
interesting.
Eric has his group story
Nope,
that
got
I
none.
also want to hear. Eric?
Oh yeah, Eric.
Eric
What?
literally brought it up.
It was not interesting.
You
Eric,
literally
it is
brought it up.
interesting.
What?
I haven't
I-
heard it, but I know it's interesting.
we had this lab thing, right? It was barely a lab, and I didn't pick my groups. I didn't pick my groups because
All right,
don't
yeah.
like talking to people. And then I get grouped with this person who doesn't talk, and then we literally
you
sat there
describe
for
them?
half an hour.
What the
Okay. He's a male,
Whoa.
Yep.
a minority,
what?
short.
What? A minority in what?
I don't know.
Are you saying he's black, Eric? Why did you have to put it like
Being
that?
a little vague.
I mean, he is a minority. That's a fact.
So, what kind of minority, Eric?
He's just not white.
He's just not white. He's everything but white.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yes.
Eric.
He can be anything, so long as he's not white.
Yes.
So he's a transformer.
Yes. And we sat there and did nothing
Oh, sorry, you
for
just
half
said
an
yes.
hour.
You're confirming that his race is Transformer.
So you're saying that the one person that you know in your class is a transformer.
What?
Is that not true?
No, that's not the guy he knows. That's just the guy he got partnered with.
Oh, who is the guy you know?
I forgot.
What? So you don't know.
I don't know.
So you don't know anyone in your class, and there's not a guy that you know.
Well, you know,
No,
know
I
their-
don't know.
I know their name. That's good enough.
You said you forgot.
They were
I know
like in
many
my art
people in my
class.
class's names, but that's just because they're really loud and transphobic.
What transphobic?
So let's talk about this.
Do we
I can't believe I
really?
didn't bring this up when it came to my
Is your classroom just a bunch of left people?
left people. Do you know what transphobia is, Eric?
Nope, I don't. Why do I
The
speak?
exact opposite.
Bro, the famously transphobic left. Anyways, so yeah.
Oh yeah, right. That's
Barring Eric's absolute ignorance, I switched to Firefox a few days ago, and that's pretty good. Anyways, so in my
Firefox
class,
is fantastic.
yeah, shut up, Zach. Anyways, in my class, right? We had this like just this whole day that we dedicated to gender expression, which is probably really good for like all the like grade 9s in my class. But I was, I'm moving into grade 12 and I am woke as fuck. So I didn't really need this at all. But like it's fine, other people are being, wokened. I understand. I understand the grind. And and so like we watched this we I don't know, we just start with this slideshow about like so so gender is very complicated. And listen, the LGBT community, things are very complicated. So I'm just going to try and explain things. Let me explain them. So trans people exist, which I'm sure is like got to be a very mind blowing to learn for the first time. But I don't know. I don't think someone gets to be grade 9 in this day and age without knowing about trans people. But that could just be me. So
I think that's true.
yeah, Jesus, I just had a heart attack. Yeah. So basically, after that, we watch a like a mini documentary about like an 11-year-old trans child. And it's like great, and it's basically like, I was born as a boy, but I feel like a girl, and I was like, yep, makes sense, I get it. And then we get this one, and then we basically went through the entire thing. It was just that. But at the end, we had this one guy who was let's just say he was not woke, and that's gonna be my description.
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping. He ain't woke. But he's basically like, yeah, I don't think you should call yourself a girl if you have a penis.
ah.
And it's like, yeah, great. And then he's like, unless you have the surgery, like to to get rid of your penis, you shouldn't be. I'm wording it a little differently, but that's basically. You shouldn't call yourself a boy because, and he listed this great example. There are lesbians who look like dudes and they don't call themselves guys.
Wow.
like
What?
that was like that was supposed to be some kind of. And then we had this one kid piping up from the back who was surprisingly woke. Like I didn't expect anyone in this class to be woke, to be completely honest, except for this one Marxist who was sitting next to me. But there's this one guy like, what if he can't get the surgery? What if you can't afford it, or what if it's harmful, or well, there's so many factors, and you're just gonna say someone can't be the gender that they feel they are. I don't know why I'm making fun of him because he was being woke, but
Yeah, you idolizing him. He's like he's the woke one, the one woke guy.
yeah, he's the one woke person who is actually speaking out loud. And then the other guy was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know. So yeah, that basically boiled down to the debate. Was
Check in between your legs. Do you have balls hanging there? No, you're a girl. If you do, you're a guy. Simple.
so see, here we have Zach who's not woke.
He's sleeping also.
He's sleeping.
Hot take.
Hot take: white people shouldn't live.
Wow.
That's actually the apotheosis of wokeness is when you white genocide isn't real, but it should be. So,
What?
anyways, let's move on from our political discussion here. Eric,
Yes, that is my name.
we have our fifth segment, which is free discussion, which is what we've been doing for a while. But our next topic is Zach's fiance. So why don't we go? Why don't we go up?
We're gonna talk about this every episode.
We pinned this in the podcast channel just because we plan on discussing this every single episode.
Yeah,
Zach,
this
why
is
don't
the
you talk about your
interesting stuff.
fiance? Don't reveal too much because we need some for like the future.
What do you want to know about her?
No, you gotta tell us about her. This is your job.
She's white.
Yep.
She's
that's
also
what I expect.
American, which is a huge negative, but she'll move to Canada, which is a positive.
Wait, she's American right now.
Yeah.
She lives in
Maine.
All right, so
How
this
do
is
you
very
know?
new.
Zach, is she white?
How do I know her? I met her on NS2.
What
And
is
then she-
NS2?
That's a video game. And then
Why
also
wasn't
started hitting
hold
on me.
Hold on, Nathaniel, you knew about this?
Yeah.
Why wasn't I told this?
You didn't know that?
Wait, you didn't?
No, I didn't know that. Where would I have known about that? Nobody told me that.
I thought I told you. Did I not?
You
Oh,
definitely did not.
oh well, now you're learning.
It's a learning channel.
Anyways,
Yeah, and then we started playing NS2. She started hitting on me, and then we just got the talking.
God, this is the fucking saddest story I've ever heard in my
And
life.
it's been a few years later, and now I'm getting married, probably.
Getting married. That's
Getting
right.
married.
A very safe decision to make at the age of
have you laid out your plans?
Well, I still got like 2 years till she turns 18, so.
Does your parents know?
I brought
Nah.
it by them. They don't believe me, but
So
I
do you
don't
have
believe you,
any
man.
plans laid out, or did you just
I
kind
mean,
of say,
I honestly-
"Yeah, I'll do it"?
I wouldn't
So-
believe that if I was in this
hey,
situation.
I've still got until I'm almost 19 to figure this out. So
So how do you plan on getting married?
So
So-
wait, what?
So you don't even have any cursory plans. You're just gonna like wait until you're almost 19 and then figure everything out at
Yeah.
once. Right, woke.
well, I
Woke.
have a
Why?
bunch of
Decision
money
making
saved up right
skills.
now. So
Right, you have money saved up. Do you have like anything? Do you have, like, any idea what
You know
you're
how?
gonna do?
Are you
You
gonna
have
have
plan
like?
B?
stop talking to her altogether. That's plan B.
Ban her, can mute her, block her on everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah.
should invite her to a server. What's
Yes,
the-
let's
Can we do
invite.
that? I'll be a good boy.
No.
I'll be me.
Oh
Wait,
no,
she doesn't
Oh,
even
why
have
not?
Discord.
Why
She
not?
does.
We're
Well, she might as well not because you don't know. You don't even have her on Discord.
Well, she
Yeah,
was part of the old Discord. Her main account is still here, but her alternate account that she uses for whatever it is in here.
Maybe she's slowly moving her friends.
maybe she just
Except
doesn't
for
want to
you.
talk to you.
Oh no.
Maybe she's just trying to convince you to stop talking to her by making you use Skype.
Maybe she realized it was a
It's been
mistake.
Skype for the past like 4 years or 3 years.
Why?
Yeah, maybe she's just trying to like wean you off slowly by like just making you realize that Skype sucks.
Giving you little hints.
Yeah, little hints. Like she's not giving you her information on the actually good communication platform that exists. Can we talk about how Discord staff is like furries?
They are.
didn't
I
even
had a
finish
good
talking about
experience.
that, but okay.
I'm sorry,
I
what was
had-
that name?
Just left the discussion about Zach hanging.
I'm sorry, did we have a natural end to that?
No, there was no natural end.
No.
Right, because we need to save some stuff for
You should just cliffhanger like that though. What kind of news can we expect in the upcoming month?
Oh,
Nothing?
probably none. To be honest,
Probably none.
I don't know.
So,
every
what
time we
Discord-
talk,
When
Like
will
waiting
every
until
you?
time
like
I
the
talk-
last minute to do it?
every time I talk with her, she's always looking forward to it still. And it's been a few weeks. It's been almost like a month and a half now since I said that.
Does she have plans?
I don't even think her parents know about it. I think when she turns 18, she's just gonna up and leave, get on a
What?
flight, and be gone.
Do you think that this is
Wow.
a good idea?
Nope.
Okay, guys, can I just
How likely do you think he'll cheat on her?
We both agreed to live our lives until.
An agreement is not necessarily,
I'm okay. In case you haven't noticed, I'm baking right now, and plans changing.
Change them, Zach.
If
Oh my
plans
God,
don't
what?
change, then I'm
I
fucked.
haven't changed plans. I'm just hoping they will themselves. I'm hoping the plans change themselves.
You know, I was gonna shoot myself. I'm hoping I won't shoot myself.
Eric, shut up. Your analogy is honestly awful.
what does that
I know.
mean?
I'm gonna go to bed.
What?
Eric, you're
Yes.
breaking my heart.
You don't
Okay.
have one.
So we're gonna just talk about this Discord controversy, which is pretty old. It was like 3 months ago, but it's fine. Nothing's too old for us. There was a hashtag campaign called Change Discord, which happened when basically Discord moderator Tiny Feeks, who is a furry, allegedly, their avatar is a persona, so I'm assuming. Basically, they said in a message, there's a whole bunch of words in this message, but I have a pretty good like compression algorithm. So if I just put it in translate, it basically says, underage furry porn is not a violation of Discord TOS. They said that, and it's like and people are like, that's pretty bad. And so yeah, there was a big controversy over that. Anyone have anything to say about that?
Not at all, actually.
Let them be them. I don't care.
Yeah, just let or just let it be. It's not.
Let them be them. Let them be they. Yeah.
Let them fight.
Discord's gay zoo and feral community was shut down. I'm sorry?
The what community?
Discord's gay zoo and feral community. I Google gay zoo and feral and I just get gay flamingos and gay penguins and gay lions. God, anyways, yeah. This is a fascinating discussion, but you're all brick walls, so let's move
Well,
on.
I just have nothing to say about it.
I just kind of want to say yeah.
Yeah.
Eric, what if I just banned you from saying yeah?
Like you ban me from saying yeah.
Let's talk about Eric and Nathaniel's greatest interaction that I've ever had the pleasure of
I
witnessing.
feel like it's just a lot more
It's not
funny
that
in person.
It's furry isn't that
It is
good.
funny in person, but we're gonna run a little social experiment to see if it's
Zach, have you
funny.
heard of it?
Zach, have you heard it? Zach?
Zach.
Zach?
What?
Zach?
Have I
White
heard
man. White man
Have
Zach.
you heard Eric's favorite drink?
what? It better be whiskey.
Okay, so shut up. So so basically what happened was two fellows, Eric and Nathaniel, you may be familiar. We and myself, we were in a Discord call, and I was just looking for garbage thought catalog articles about the MBTI personality types because they're all wrong and inaccurate and bad, and I thought it would be funny if I just looked for them, but like I was in a drought. I wasn't finding any good things, and so Nathaniel, funny man, decides to strike up a conversation. Hey Eric, what's your favorite drink? And then Eric just goes, okay, so yeah, get this, and I'm wording it a little more smoothly than Eric would, but 4 ounces of strawberry syrup, 4 ounces of almond milk, and then Nathaniel just cuts him off right there. Can you just shut up and say root beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Zach just was not listening.
4 ounces of milk. Wait, why is Rhythm Bot here?
What? Wait, what?
Oh my god.
How long has it been?
What do you mean? How long
Just now?
Nathaniel just started.
Oh, I don't hear notifications for bot joining.
It was such a funny
So-
story.
Basically, Eric starts listing the ingredients of a
No,
milk,
stop! No,
and
don't.
then Nathan says root beer, but
It's like
Nathan's
explaining the joke twice.
Sorry.
It's not funny anymore. It's ruined. Don't do that, Nathan.
So Zach, what do you want to talk about?
Zach, what do you want to talk?
Mira. Let's talk about Nathan's ex.
Why you want to talk about Mirror and someone?
Why are you so
Again?
obsessed? Zach,
Why are you more obsessed with her than I was?
All right, fine. We'll talk
Zach's
about
not even
Kiana.
a good joke if you're saying this.
I did it, Nathan. I did.
The liberal.
All right, let's talk about Kiana, Eric's girlfriend.
I don't have one.
What about Kiana?
I'm pretty sure we've milked all of the juice out of the. It's completely
what?
dry.
Kiana's
There's nothing left to
girlfriend.
discuss about Kiana.
There's no juice. I don't know what you're talking
All right, let's talk about all the girls Vern has never met.
None.
That's a lot of girls. That's gotta be like
That's
3
that.
billion.
No, that's more like 7 billion, probably.
Do you think there are
7 billion? Eric?
Yes. I am tired.
Please stop talking.
Why do we do this?
No.
Why do we do this when I'm not awake? Like, at all?
Zach, I hope you include the rhythm bot recording in the podcast.
Yeah, I'm not cutting
Oh,
this out.
God.
It's gonna be Zach's decision.
Remember when I got copy claimed by
When I throw it in
Pokemon?
Audacity, I'll decide.
All right.
Oh, such
This is just
audacity.
This is just such a good tune.
Well, this fucking podcast is going to be like a few hours long, so.
It's not a few hours. It's more like
Do you have an issue with
hour.
this Nokia ringtone?
No, I love it. It's so good. I'm honestly glad. I'm moving to my bed, so I'm just gonna move my microphone over here.
guys.
All right, and with that, we should probably end the the Palycast episode 0.
I would agree.
I'm gonna
Ringtone
go to,
is a good note.
yeah. I'm gonna go to
Thank you
bed.
everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna spend 9 years editing the fuck out of this to make it absolutely, perfection.
How could it be?
And then everyone stay around for more of Rune shenanigans as he goes and knocks over fucking expensive glasses.
Yes.
In China.
Expensive glasses.
Expensive stainless steel 20-ounce water bottles.
I'll go to bed when Varun goes to bed.
I'm already in my
How do I
bed.
make this fucking bot leave?
Oh, I'm not mod.
A rhythm or Craig?
Craig.
Both.
Because rhythm should stay.
God
Oh,
damn
it's
it.
It's Grandpa.
It's
It's Grandpa. It's Grandpa.
I'm not at my keyboard. I'm not at my keyboard, so I can't.
Someone end this and then send me
It's
the link.
Drampa.
Dude, I'm in my bed. I'm away from my keyboard.
Do you know
I don't know how
Dramp?
to end the podcast.
Drampa
Literally,
It's
I
a
put the
colon,
command
Craig, colon,
in maintenance.
comma, space, leave.
Wait, what?
It's colon, Craig, colon, like an emote. And then comma, space. No, wait, no, sorry. Yeah, and
I
then
literally put it in there. Just copy and paste what I put.
Wait, comma space what?
Copy and paste what I put.
Zach literally got it.
He literally.
I'm not following.
We can play this game. We can just have Craig in here forever.
Oh wait, you want me to copy paste that? Okay, no problem.
Wow,
Wait,
really?
Not following?
Do you know Drampa's a pedophile?
It's not
Yeah.
working.
Just disconnect. Wait, no, don't do
Nathan,
that.
I'm not laughing.
What do you mean? I
That's
did
because
it in...
fucking Nathan made it a fucking photo.
I'm more or less
Smart ass.
yawned.
Zach, did Nathan do it wrong?
Yeah, so he made it the photo.
So
Are
it's
you-
like
what?
funny. He
It's
made
a photo. Go click on it.
I can't click on anything. I'm not at my computer.
Get out of bed.
He copy and pasted it, made it its own transparent photo, and then pasted it.
Called
Okay,
screen
well-
capping.
Nathaniel, that's
Yep.
not how you do it. Zach, why don't you-
Oh.
The
Zach,
more
why
of this
don't
you
you-
add on the end, the more work it is for me. Although I might just keep this.
Yeah,
Why?
Just really funny.
Oh my god.
Honestly, this is funnier than anything we did during the podcast.
The copy pasta was pretty funny. The first part.
Oh my
Hopefully, we
god.
just grow as comedians and become like funny people later down the road, so that we don't have this embarrassment looming over us.
Wait,
Oh, this ringtone alone is adding comedic value.
That's so good.
Someone,
Do an impression.
Bird, just get this bot to leave.
Oh my god, no, I don't want to.
I'm working on it.
I'll go to bed when Dylan goes to bed. Then proceeds to stay up for 3 hours for no reason.
Summer school tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Fern.
I think you should go to bed, Eric.
I'll
Yeah.
go to bed when you fall asleep.
You don't know when I'm gonna fall asleep.
So Eric,
How
what's
do
your
you-
stance on this song?
I can't hear
Could you
blind
please
people.
unmute the bot?
So
Can't hear-
good.
Deaf people.
No, but unmute the bot here. What?
Nathaniel, this is such a good.
What are you saying?
Nathaniel, are you
I'm
the-
hearing him.
so
Is the
good.
bot still here? Yep, the
Yes.
bot's still
Unmute it.
here. I would, but Craig's here and I don't want to unmute it.
Please,
So?
Nathaniel, get Craig out of the channel.
If Craig leaves, I'll unmute it.
Nathaniel, you have an ultimatum.
Oh my
What's
god.
what's an ultimatum again?
I can't make him leave. He won't be.
For
He's ghosting
Wait.
me.
Love.
Wait, what is
Oh.
ultimatum? I mean,
Oh my god.
Nathan. Nathan,
Wait, that was a
Huh?
correct. No, it has period at the end.
do you
You
think
fucker.
eugenics is ethical?
No.
Why not? You didn't even say anything. I'm just laughing.
No.
This ringtone is so good. Dude, I love when the discussion just goes silent because then it's just like,
It's so good.
Zach,
it's just funny.
Zach,
It's funny.
What?
Zach, how much would I have to pay you to go to the
Just like take a break and let's just start playing again.
Someone, just for the love of fucking God, get this fucker to leave.
Please, Nathaniel, just kick the butt.
It's been.
I need to listen to this ringtone.
No, don't kick rhythm. Kick the Craig
Kick-
bot.
Kick Craig.
Like, you can't.
kick the bot?
Disconnect.
Bro, just make someone else mod so they can.
I can't. I'm at my bed.
For the
You
love of
Oh, I
serious?
God.
got it. I got it.
You're hurting me, Nathan. More than usual. Just kick the bot.
Oh man, there's a meowth. I want to go catch it, but
That's
I can't.
right.
All right, I'm going back.
Chief, I can't do it.
I'm headed to my computer, guys. Play it, play it.
It's funny because it didn't work because I did.
I gotta shake. But
Why didn't it work though? Why didn't
It's
it work?
funny because I don't think I have permission to do it in the first place. She's stuck you.
How do you
Rude.
do
Did you actually have the mod power?
I think Craig is stuck you.